Hello there, people of the internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to part, I think this is 31 of my Rome tutorial Let's Play campaign as Egypt. In the previous episode, I was desperately trying to get some critical success with the diplomatic missions, but the game said no, which is insane and annoying and insanely annoying. So I decided to do some turns off camera, which is what I did. Been here for about motherfucking 7 goddamn hours, and the game has not given me a single critical success, except for this one. I now own this town from Cameria because I decided to do a test, and it seems, again, emphasis on seems, that the only way to get a critical success is if you border the nation that you get the critical success from. Because I don't actually border Athens or Sparta, because there's an ocean here in between. So I decided to test it out on Cameria, and all of a sudden I got this town, like very quickly. So I'm sending some more diplomatic missions to Cameria and Athens and Sparta to see if I do indeed need to border them. I don't really, it really sucks because, again, there's no way to give territories to other people. The only way to get territories through diplomacy is this, doing diplomatic mission and then getting a critical success. But I generally don't even want this town, but I can't give it back because, you know, that's just it. I can just, I have the town now, but that's it. I can't give it back to them. But yeah, maybe the sort of secret hidden condition is that I need to border them. In that case, I would need to conquer all of Cameria, because then I at least border Athens through here. And then I need to get these two from the Lugii, and then do I border them there? And only then do I fucking get this, which does sort of make sense that you need to border a faction, because it's kind of weird if you like get a diplomatic mission, send it to, you know, for example, if Rome is still alive, send it to Rome, and then all of a sudden I have Neapolis, like, even though I'm only here. So it does sort of make sense, but I don't know. It's just a theory. So I'm gonna keep sending missions to Cameria as well, just to see if I get a critical success there. Because I've been here for a bunch of turns, not many turns have elapsed, but that's because you get a different result each time you do it. So I just send the diplomats away, save the game, end of the turn, see what the result was in the next turn. If it wasn't a critical success, load the save file up, and then end the turn again. Because every time you end the turn, you get a different result. So I just, even though not that many turns, not that many turns have passed, I have tried this I don't know how many goddamn times. But it's so mind-numbingly boring to just sit there, end the turn, read, be disappointed that it wasn't a critical success, load, and then do it again and again and again, that I'm not doing that anymore. Because the reason why I'm recording this video, you may be wondering why are you recording it then, because then, you know, you were gonna do that. But that is because I have ended my military defensive alliance, my defensive alliance with Syracuse, because that was a mistake anyway. I accidentally clicked on yes. I misclicked no, and then I clicked correctly on yes, so I hadn't cancelled it. So I accidentally accepted, but I cancelled it now, so we're gonna attack Syracuse, because my plan is now to conquer my way up to Italia, because of course Italia is victory conditions, and that's owned by Carthage, so, and Syracuse owns this, so my plan is to just conquer all the way up there, and conquer Syracuse itself, and then declare war on Carthage and attack all of that. And in the meantime, keep sending diplomatic missions and figure out whether I do need to border them, yes or no. So that's what we're gonna do. So I've already sent the diplomats, I've already saved the game. So we're going to declare war on these guys. My satrapies have all joined. Oh, there's another army there. Send you to push them away. There we go. Oh, nice, they even go through the desert. So they take desert attrition. I don't have to worry about that because I can just... I don't take desert attrition. Alright, so let's just... I do kind of want to fight this battle manually. But what the hell is that? Mercenary Samnite warriors. Oh, they got them from Italy then. I've never seen this unit before. Or at least I don't remember. Okay. But yeah, I kind of... Although I wanted to fight this battle manually to get the fire baptizer, or however that phrase is, for this army, which is my most elite army. Yeah, there's all of this and all of these missile guys, and then there's also all of this because there's fucking 2 barracks here. 2 slingers, 2 archers, more slingers, more javelin men, and I have a phalanx, so it's just going to be a slow crawl towards them. And my archers don't have any upgrades yet because of the general that's just new, and because the army is new as well. Jeez, everyone's fine except for that fucker. Yeah, we already know that the AI does that, but it's still annoying. Alright, occupying. Demolish that. Yeah, because we have that here. And the level 4 is useless anyway. Oh, we can keep that military port there too, because then we can... Because I've moved these navies over as well. Because of course we need to make the crossing to Syracuse itself. So you stand on the bridge there. And you run this way. We'll just go there. See where this guy goes. If he's going to be a petty bitch and run through here just to try and get back to that. In that case, I'm actually going to send you a little bit more to this way. You could attack, but then we can retreat. Yeah, and if you want to come over here, this guy's holding the bridge. So yeah, war with Syracuse. Yeah, just conquer. Yeah, we need to take this and that, and then we need to sail over to Syracuse itself and take that out. So yeah, the theory is that you have to border a faction in order to get critical success. I don't know, I couldn't find anything online whether that's a requirement or not. But yeah, like I said, I've been here for fucking hours trying to get a critical success. Just saving, ending the turn, not getting a critical success, loading the game again. It's just the whole time. It's just fucking... Again, like I said, it was mind-numbingly boring to just sit there the whole time. Oh yeah, this general upgraded. So yeah, I'm going to do this war with first Syracuse and then later on Carthage. And in the meantime, I'm going to send us diplomatic missions. Okay, they're going to try and fight this... yeah, okay, so they had to wander through the desert to get me. So that army is useless. I can essentially just send the elephants to deal with this. They hired those. Oh, thorax swordsman and some regular pikes. Alright, fight this manually. Oh great, we have 2 river crossings. Well, let's see if the AI actually is going to deploy them properly. Or if the game is going to deploy them properly. Also, we arrived, we were standing at the actual bridge. Yet the bridge is all the way in the corner of the map here. Shouldn't the bridge be in the middle? Well, essentially the task is very simple. Defeat this army, then turn around for the other... Defeat this army quickly, then turn around for the other one. But the other one isn't that much of a threat, so... Essentially, I just... Actually... 4. How about we take 4 pikes to stand there? Take these pikes to stand there. Because those are the only two river crossings. You can't cross anywhere else on the map. It's really weird how far down this river goes. In terms of elevation. And yet it's like perfectly level even though it goes downhill. Should be more rapid like. But yeah, do that and then of course have the majority of the archers here. Cavalry and elephants ready to attack them if they come from behind. Although again that army isn't that big of a concern. Okay, you see, so they are actually
reinforcements approaching. Quick march! Pikeman! Double time! Ready and waiting. Advance! At your service!
Well, you need to hurry your ass over here. Same with all of you. I mean, yes, I knew that the bridge was gonna be, you know, where we were standing on, but because this is the center of the map, normally the AI deploys in the center of the map. This really sucks, but you have to stay there. If you move out of the way to get out of range, they just cross very quickly, and then that's exactly what I want to not happen. Okay, yeah, you have to defeat with these tiny fragments of cavalry. Oh, that's Tarentines, so they're gonna skirmish. Oh, that's the general to pay his lancers. Right. These guys should be decently fast. Come on, catch them. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Good job. Yeah, get the fuck out of here with your Tarentines. Or with your slingers. General can go here, actually. You don't really need to be there. They're being very slow. Poor guys, I'm so sorry. I don't understand this game sometimes. That other... I mean, it was weird to begin with oh, fucking hell! It was weird to begin with that fucking thing right in the... Like, the bridge being all the way in the corner. And then the other stuff just being in the right in the middle. Normally they just deploy that shit in the middle, but not this time. Okay, that should be enough for that. Of course. My elephants are just there for 3 seconds. They get 2 stones thrown in their backs, and then all of a sudden they go completely insane. You see, they throw their fucking javelins for 3 seconds. And then immediately my elephants go insane. If the enemy elephants, then it takes fucking 700 light years for them to go insane.
Our general is under attack.
I also found that so insanely annoying. Alright, sack them. So how is this going? It's nice to see that bridge battles still go quite rather similarly in Rome too.
We serve the mighty pharaoh. Cavalry! Elephants! Cavalry!
Alright. How are you going? Oh, and there we go. Nice. Directly into the blob. Okay. Shoot the Tarentines. Afterwards you can shoot the slingers. Still insane that they're not just scared or whatever. Seems like it's just a percentage. After a percentage of them has died, only then do they start to actually be scared, regardless of how many people are in the unit. Help out with this. You get the hell out of there. Check back over here. Shoot the slingers. I would very kindly ask you to stop fucking shooting me.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Who are the 30 spears? Yeah, look at this. It's just a tiny. If it was a full unit and it got down to these few amount of people, they would have routed already. But because they started as a tiny unit, it's just a percentage. Only if a percentage of them dies, then they get scared. Which is ridiculous. Shoot the general. Shoot those mercenary peltasts. Yeah, there we go. Face your back towards all my archers. That's a good idea.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright, so you guys done? Yes, you are. Get your ass over here. They're just chilling there. They don't need to come over here, but I'm not moving them either. Well, I mean, like they don't need to stay there, but I'm not moving them either. That's what I meant.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
We have a group second wind ability.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
The Spelters is still not dead, just because there's so many other people blocking them. Alright, the cavalry has arrived, literally. It'll just take a while until the elephants are here. Because they're of course slower.
Units has used all its ammunition. One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, they're losing men here a bit. I say yes, they are almost dead. Alright. Just need to hold on for just a tiny bit. There, second wind. Do that. Into the breach. Well, there you go. There we go. Let's rack up the kills of the elephants. Plow through. There we go. Oh, I lost an elephant there. Hey, you you finally arrived. There we go, just fucking crush them. Move, man! What the hell are you doing?
Our hidden units have been discovered.
No, not you, actually. I want this guy to do that. There we go, back to fresh. There we go. Oh, that's about enough. Yeah, okay, so I should have indeed put the guys there because the bridge was there. Well, I didn't know. There've been multiple weird choices with this game. Even here, the reinforcements should have come in from directly behind me, but no, they came... Well, actually, no, never mind. I do think they came in from an angle. So here the reinforcements did come in from the correct way, but then they put... Usually the part where you stay is the part where is the middle of the battlefield, you know? The bridge should have been the center of the battlefield. But no, the bridge was all the way off to the side, and this other random river crossing was the center of the battlefield. Which is very weird. Yeah, see that they did come in from angle, so that was correct. Yeah. I should, yeah. It was just picking one of two poisons or whatever. either go for the center of the map, where, you know, in general, they always put the other army near the center as well, so do that, or go to the bridge, because that's where you're still on the campaign map, even though the bridge is all the way on the edge of the battle map. So it's like that. So either go to the center, because that's where the army always is, or go to the bridge, because on the campaign map it says that you are at the bridge. But then if you are at the bridge, why isn't that the center of the battlefield? That's always the same. That's always the case, except for here, where it randomly wasn't, but then also you just had to accept that, whatever, it's weird. Betrayed, famous bards, generous tribute. I'm not doing that.
I live to serve.
Wow, you've recovered pretty much everything already in one turn. Yeah, so they didn't actually follow through with that stupid thing that the AI does sometimes, where they just run around your backlines and attack you all the time. Let's get out of the way. Allow the pharaoh through, and they of course can't reinforce because they just lost the battle. He literally looks like a carbon copy, even has the same color scheme. And the garrison came in to help out.
Egypt asks much of its servants.
Okay. Almost essentially just walk in here. The fleet is the only one that was there to require me to get a battle going. Right, just occupy that. Because it's already Greek, so there's no point. Oh yeah, demolish this, so we can build a... whatever that thing is called.
My lord.
For the people.
We fight for you, my lord.
Alright, you start sailing this way. Clear the path. Or should we pick up an army? I think we should pick up an army. I wanted to just send him there and then have the other one transport an army, but I think we should do it with both fleets, whatever. Alright, no. Let's first send the diplomatic missions. See what the bitches are doing. Alright, you guys need to feel important, so I'll send one of you guys to do that. Also send some of these random characters. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna keep sending them to Chimeria, just to test out the theory that you need to be bordering them in order to get their stuff. Because that's the only reason that I can see, at least that my eyes can see, why I have had critical success with Chimeria, but not with Sparta and Athens. Because I'm not directly bordering Sparta and Athens. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, fleet coming over. You guys replenish a little bit, jump on the boats, send them to Syracuse.
We have
No, don't want your armies through my lands.
Magnificent.
Don't want you to be my defensive ally. Rhodos is on the move. Well, they are a bit of a seafaring nation, so... Well, they are an island nation at least, so they have to have at least some... Oh, so who dies? Natural causes. 2 people from natural causes. An admiral? Okay. Yeah, not him from the Indian families, because that's the only one that I can send for missions. Jesus! How expensive do these people want to be? It's so annoying that it just completely locks you in here. I want to see who I need to send, like who they are in regards to my family tree. But no, I can't. I have to... Defender with 2 lands. And again here, completely fucking locks me in this screen. I want to know what unit it is. Alright, I'll send you. I guess we do this.
What can I do for Egypt?
Hire. Betrayed, or whatever. Okay. But yeah, again, it completely fucking locks you in that screen. It's so insanely annoying. You can't do anything, and I want to see who I need to send. But no, now I need to send a random guy so that I can get out of the fucking the chokehold that the game is holding me in. And then I can see who is actually dead and who needs to replace him and do it properly and shit. Okay, so this admiral died. Okay, this wasn't the concern because it was just that boat, and then we're doing it again. Also, I don't know why I never moved you, because there's no point in you standing there. We're sitting in that port. But I've got so many people in my family, I can easily just put them in charge of navies. So you, and this guy from my family dies. Oh, she dies.
Ready for battle.
Okay, I believe Ptolemy... No, didn't I put her in chariots? Well, whatever. Ptolemy cavalry is a good fit, so it's fine. Alright, and then who the hell is this guy in regards to everything else? The wife of the adopted daughter of the old pharaoh. Okay, all the way over here. Yeah, the husband of the wife of the adopted daughter of the Ptolemy the third. Second. Oh, great. We don't have enough gravitas to divorce him, so just leave it be for now. It's not really I'm gonna notice that. Also, I hired you. You don't have enough gravitas yet. You do. Yeah, you. Mean wife. Well, it's good. It's a good thing apparently. I guess we have to go like this so that the game will stop fucking shooting my camera all the way over to the other side, so that I have a hard time figuring out what's going on. Yeah, you see now it actually stays where I do the thing. Okay. You don't have enough gravitas. How the hell 70? You need. Why the hell do you need 88 gravitas? Hey, you also need 88. Okay, you only have a certain amount of marriages per turn. Yeah, because now it's 110. Okay, so we need to wait a turn or two. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Alright, so where is... Yeah, there. Send people for tutoring. So apparently you can't marry too many people in one turn because it increases all the time. Oh, that's who dies. Your wife, who was commanding that other army, died. Oh, okay. Well, get remarried. Intelligent wife. Good. A 20-year-old. But whatever. It's fine. At least it's not your sister. Which is something that the real Ptolemy III would have preferred, I think. Okay, so you, Selene, or Celine, or whatever, used to command this army. And the fun thing is that the actual pharaoh is right there. So it would be kind of funny if you two just campaigned together, husband and wife. You were already doing that. Right, I guess you're at the very end, because you're the most recent addition to the family. Which is going to take a while to get there, because of how big the family is at this point. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, I'll put you on Ptolemaic cavalry again. There you go. And then, double check. Is that you? Yes, it is. Good. So the two of you can campaign together. And I'll send both of you to Syracuse. How about that? Nice first date. Oh, hang on. Otherwise the game is going to freak out that all of a sudden there's something blocking their path. So there, I'm gonna send the both of you to conquer Syracuse. How about that? Some nice bonding. There's quite a bit age gap to cover, so how about some nice mutual enjoyments called war. The Indian family's bitching hard, the motherfucking hardcore. There, and then I'll send you to Camelia and... Oh no, you? Because you had like a golden tongue or whatever. Send you to Sparta. Oh, yeah. What? It didn't even increase. What the hell did I do? Well, whatever. It's not my character anyway. It's not my family, so I don't care that he essentially lost an entire skill point. It's a good thing, actually. Alright, let's get Tenacious Defenders upgraded. But no, this one, the Second Wind. I don't use those abilities enough, but they're quite useful. Especially with that combination with the elephants, because after you do the trample ability with the elephants, they always go become very tired. So if you just use trample, and into the breach also increases their attack apparently. So you use trample first, and then he could also use a different stuff to increase their attack, but whatever. Just trample, they always have, elephants always have that ability. So use trample, do tons of damage. They get fatigue, then you do Second Wind, and then they're fresh again. Then you can keep going. Well, they can keep going anyway, but you know, they're more efficient because they're fresh. So that's kind of useful. Again, I don't really use those abilities all too much, but I really should. It's probably also why I would suck at Warhammer, Total War Warhammer. Because with all those magic abilities and an entire skill tree or whatever, all these characters, I would just completely forget about half of that stuff, and that would make my campaign way more difficult than it needs to be, I feel like. Not that it really matters, because I'm never going to play Total War Warhammer anyway. It's not really my thing. It's just, I'm not really a fan of the direction of those newer Total War games, as well as the fact that I am not your biggest fantasy fanboy. The only exception is Lord of the Rings. So if they make another Third Age Total War, which is a mod for Medieval 2, but if they make that in a full-on game, I would probably check that out, because I do like Lord of the Rings. I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan either, as in I don't know, like, I haven't like read up on everything and know all the lore about what the fuck ever. So definitely not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan either, but yeah, that's the only fantasy that I enjoy. Well, I guess Star Wars counts as fantasy, right? But I essentially just watch those the movies, like the original trilogy, like the prequel trilogy, sequels, mixed, and that's about it. I haven't seen anything else. Just can't be bothered. They just keep bringing out like, oh yeah, look at this, oh another show, another this, another that. Like fucking just relax. I don't care. Alright, do you meantime get over here to have a little look-see at Carthage, because of course that's going to be our next target after Syracuse is gone. So yeah, you two go there, deliver the pharaoh and his wife. Also, double check, did we have... Yeah, your firstborn son is the factionary. Okay, very good. And you are going to be the next one. Dignity. That just gives him authority, nothing more. Okay. And also you. I get that because you do have elephants. And... You don't have any mercenaries in the army? I'll get a Beastmaster or something. I wasn't gonna do another elephant thing, but nothing else is really what you need. Did I send the diplomatic missions again or not? No, I didn't. So, Athens, Comedia. And you to Sparta. Mustn't forget that every single turn.
Ready for orders.
There. Oh yeah, I forgot. Forgot this fleet again. You know, I already forgot it in Antioch, and now I've also forgotten to move it after I took it out of Antioch. I guess I just always forget about that fleet. Sparta's on the move too.
Perhaps, and I
Ooh, they lost that to the Lugii. Why are you going all the way over here with all of those ships and stuff? You're only at war with one faction, and that faction is not here. So I don't know why you're going all the way over here. Yeah, Rhodos is fucking gunning for Syracuse. Is a bit of a concern, especially with Carthage, because there's a lot more territory with Carthage, and I don't want them to capture anything because I want it all for myself. Because then if they capture something, then I need to send diplomatic missions again in order to get a fucking thing out of them. +2 cunning. Famous bard, generous tribute, okay, whatever. Lots of children. Okay. Yeah, you keep on rowing. Oh, hey, would you look at that? It's a navy as well. Do I literally have 5? Where are the other 2? Are they all both here? I know there's that one. Yeah, there's that one here too. Okay, so maybe I should have done that mission. Raising a fleet here is not that much of a bad idea. Oh yeah, who am I gonna put in? I've got so many people in my family, I might as well just actually start putting admirals of my family in here. That does mean I need to pay a little bit more attention to the flagship of the Navy. Because of course, since they are of my family now, even though my family is quite big, their dispensability is quite low then, because again, even though as you can clearly see, my family tree is quite large and wide, that doesn't automatically mean that they are magically disposable now. Because the whole point why I put other people in there from the other families is because they're disposable, because I generally don't care if they die. But as soon as they're my family, it immediately matters if they die or not. like this guy, he got 3 kids, 3 sons, and then each of his 3 sons also had 3 children. Also, I remember that yeah, nice. He has Alexander's sword. You can get, where is he? The Age Retainer. So you can start accumulating some gravitas a bit quicker. Yeah, you might as well can get that because we keep getting new ones of those. Again, don't forget to keep sending these missions out. Okay, so I'm gonna save it. And then I'm going to keep going with the ships. Yeah, stick together, because I don't know what this looks like what it's made of. There's this navy coming in, fucking rowing as fast as they can, in order to come over here to fight against that. Alright, that's what I was gonna check. Who was I going to put in charge of that navy? She's named Alexandria. Let's put her in there then. Race. Okay, so now comes the tedious task of checking all the names of these women to see who it is. Let's hope that there's not multiple people called Alexandria in here. Not that it really matters. Oh, actually, she's called Nike. Where are you? You are the wife of Euripides, or however you pronounce that, who is the middle son of her, and she is the daughter of Ptolemy II. Okay. Now I need to come back to her. Where were you? No, not there. A bit further. There. Race fleet.
Where should I Assembling my fleet.
There.
To serve pharaoh.
Sure. General level up again. There.
Our coffers are.
Okay, they just went back into the fog of war. And they saw my navy approaching Syracuse and they're like, oh, hang on. Yeah, Rhodos is just going for it. And I'm pretty sure those are just armies, those aren't actually navies. So they're just sending them on transport ships with zero support. Generous tribute, troop morale penalty, generous tribute. Hero? That child's name is Hero. Okay, how the hell do we see this randomly? Don't know.
It is an honor to serve you. Egypt has much of its
Salute.
servants.
Steady as we go.
Okay, how the hell are we dropping an army off, actually? Oh, there,
Embarking.
I think. We need to be on a beach.
We have wind. Set sails.
What the hell? What? Companion it's not companion, it's Campanian cavalry. Okay. And again, the mercenary Seminite warrior. I literally have never seen these mercenaries before. When were they added in the game? Okay, so you're after like Thapsus and Carthago after this war with Syracuse is dealt with. And don't go in there.
Stopping for now.
Oh, so I switched it around. I've got
How should I go?
there. I'll switch it back. I have 5 X-Men and 4 archers, and I had 5 archers and 4 X-Men in the other one. What the hell happened to you? I didn't do shit. Okay, see, it's just a regular army, so it's not even a navy. Same with this. They're just sending them on transport ships and they have absolutely zero support. Oh, Cameria reconquered that town again. Again, I'm sorry I took that. I'm just testing this out. Now they are insanely annoyed. Fine, I'll send one of your bitches to feel important. It's still weird that the diplomatic missions don't carry over into relations anymore. Usually if you get a successful mission, your relation would improve. Or if you get a bad mission, it would decrease. Like you would see diplomatic mission or whatever in green there, or in red, but now it doesn't. Either it's bugged, because I'm fairly sure I saw that happening, even in maybe not in this campaign, but in a different campaign that I played, and I didn't do anything. It's not like I added additional mods that removed that or something. But no, they just stopped doing that all of a sudden. So either it's bugged or I don't know what the hell happened otherwise.
I am true.
Magnificent and
Yeah, you want to be satrapy now? And they even abandoned Syracuse. Famous scholar, empty-handed.
Fleet reporting, my lord. Steady as we go. Ready for orders. Ready
Yeah,
for
there we
further
go.
orders. I'm afraid we cannot. It is an honor to serve you.
Very good, and you can actually... Wow.
What can I do for Egypt?
For now. Troops ready.
You drop them off. There we go, husband and wife.
Where should I go?
Well, they're gonna go away, yeah.
In a glorious death. Rowing to victory.
Just stay here.
Salute.
Actually, no, you come back over here,
I live to serve
and you come to here. I'm not letting you block the port, because as I figured out in my Chimeria campaign, blocking the port is more detrimental to me than the port that I'm blocking. Which is insane. But it's true.
heading for port. What can I do for Egypt?
So you make ports, so you don't actually have to come over here, because that other navy turned out to be not that much of a threat. No, fucking hell, there, Chimeria. Like, I just want a critical success. Apparently that is way too much to ask. Whatever. Oh, there's an actual navy from Sparta. This doesn't matter. Famous scholar, famous scholar. Hey! Yeah, okay, so you do have to fucking border them. I think that is the trick. You have to border them, otherwise it just doesn't work. Like, again, I'm very sorry. I kind of wanted Chimeria to stay my sort of like friendly Greek from across the Black Sea, but this is the only way I can get Athens through diplomacy. I need to get all of Chimeria, or at least I need to get that town. Because that way I can get those, and also those from the Lugii. And that way I can start getting all of this stuff. So I am trading with them, and I have a non-aggression pact. Yeah. Again, I'm very, very sorry, Chimeria. Yeah, okay, so I'll just send diplomatic missions, I guess, to... Until I... And then I also need to kill them to get the province. Alright, where... Yeah, there, I was about to say, I should have another army down here somewhere. Force march you to there. You follow. Just 2 armies should be enough. So yeah, I think that is the trick. You have to actually border them in order to get critical success. Which does sort of make sense, because it's kind of weird if I just send a diplomatic mission to the Lugii, for example, that all of a sudden I end up with this town over here. That would be very weird. So I can understand why they put it like that, but it's still a bit weird. But yeah, again, I'm very sorry, Chimeria. I kind of wanted to keep Chimeria alive, and then as my sort of friendly Greek across the Black Sea to have all of Ponto-Caspia pretty much. But yeah, this is the only way I can get any of this stuff from Athens, because this doesn't count because I'm not actually bordering them. There's a sea in between. Again, that's what I'm thinking. The only reason I'm saying is because I don't have any visual proof of the contrary. But I am gonna keep sending diplomatic missions to these other guys, just because I want to make sure that it actually does matter whether I border them or not. It's just, I'm just figuring this shit out as I go along. Well, of course, these guys don't stand a chance in hell. Especially, there's another army there that didn't even come in as reinforcements, and then there is these 2 navies that did that. Alright, occupy.
I fight for you, my lord. Ready for battle.
Alright, final level of proven leader. You've got a shit ton of cunning. Give you also the second wind ability. Even more cunning. You didn't really need the cunning, but okay.
As you command.
So yeah, the great thing is we can also just quickly jump to there. So once we go to war with Camelia, I almost said. Once we go to war with Carthage, we can have her stand there to take Lilybom, and we can have the pharaoh stand there to take Cosentia. And then he can just continue into Magna Graecia. Yeah, we need to switch this out. Automaat. Plus 82 public order in the next turn, even though I just conquered them. Okay, so yeah, next, yeah, what's it called? Syracuse is still alive, of course. They have... Oh, that's the damaged navy. Yeah, the other navy went over there somewhere, yeah. But yeah, we can have those two just, like, go there. We can have my navies to patrol the Mediterranean here to take care of Carthage's navies. And then she can take Lilybom and then quickly meet up with her husband, the pharaoh, to take Brundisium together and then, like, work their way up there. And in the meantime, we'll take Africa, taking Thapsus and Carthago, and then these two navies down here can move 2 armies to Corellis. Well, that, we technically only need 1, maybe. I don't know, it depends on how much naval presence Carthage has, because they still also have all of this shit out here. And if Carthage asks for a peace treaty, I will accept after I conquer all of Italy, because I just need to grab the stuff that I want. See, they own New Carthage. Nova Carthago is still their client state. They're very friendly with each other. Cultural affinity for the most part, actually. That's literally it. They don't have any... They have a few treaties with the Mycenae, but that's it. But yeah, I'm happy to leave the Mycenae be. Alright, I sent the mission out already, okay. So, save it, see what Syracuse does, and then I'll end off the episode.
Your coffers are
Yeah, I bet you really would love a non-aggression pact now, wouldn't you, Carthage?
Magnificent.
Perhaps.
You don't need to wander through my lands. It's still pretty insane how much damage the AI thinks that they can do just because they have some militia hoplites. Okay. For a second I thought I just got, like, my fleet was just wiped out, but no, it was just the garrison, so that's fine. Rhodos is going after them. Yeah, so it's gonna be a bit annoying when we're at war with Carthage, because they seem to have just go balls to the wall there, and I don't want them to conquer anything, because then it depends on critical success of diplomatic missions until I get it back. But then again, if I border them, then it doesn't really matter, because if that seems to be the secret sauce or whatever... Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, so... Okay. You have to border them. That seems to be the thing. And it gives more public order per turn all provinces as well, so that's great. Okay, so that is the secret sauce. I need to directly border their stuff in order for the critical success to work. If I don't border them, it won't work. No matter how many times you try. That seems to be the thing. Again, I'll still send diplomatic missions to Athens and Sparta. Just for the sake of it. Yeah, so we need to quickly declare war on the IOC or wherever they're called. Ayorsoi or something. Yeah. Just that one town, so that's rather quickly done and dealt with. So that's the thing, you need to directly border them and only then can you get critical success. Which again, makes a little bit of sense because it would be weird if I sent just a diplomatic mission out to whichever fucking country just for fun, then I all of a sudden end up with a town all the way over there. So it does make sort of sense, but the fact that that doesn't count, like, oh, you're not bordering them, even though it is the next province over, just because there's a sea coming through, is a bit annoying. So now I have to go this insane roundabout way of getting all of this stuff, so that I border them there, so that I can get Athens through there, because this doesn't count either. So I get it through there, then need to talk to the Lugii, so I can get that, and then I can only get this, but with that I can get there, and then I can go through here and finally get all of this shit. So that seems to be the way to do it. And now I can also do the quick save, quick load thing, and then get critical success every single turn, more reliably, because now there's actually a way to get it. Oh, we'll just do this manually just for funsies, and then I'll end off the episode. It's kind of sad that I'm doing this, but whatever. There's still the other fleet of Syracuse somewhere out there, unless they've also just died off already. It's a bit overkill, but whatever. Alright, I have the artillery ship shoot at them. And I'll use these two to attack him if he gets too close.
Ready, willing, and able.
What? Hey, I didn't even give you an order. Why are you starting to move already?
They call themselves teachers and philosophers. What have they learned? Why?
There. Oh, there we go. There we go. You need to turn around a little bit now, because otherwise they can't hit. There. Sunk them. Like, managed to get 3 kills with that one volley that they fired.
Is there nothing else? It is an honor to serve you.
There. Alright, so that'll be it for this episode. So, okay, so it does seem that you have to border a faction in order to get critical success out of them. with a diplomatic mission, which is very useful information because that explains why I was just wasting my time with getting it from Athens and Sparta, because I don't border them anywhere. So I will, I think, do a few more turns off camera to see if this actually, if that theory actually, excuse me, holds up. Because, well, I need to get these 2 towns from Comedia, then I need to kill them very quickly and painlessly. Because again, sorry Comedia, because I don't actually want that to like properly happen, but whatever. It has to be like this. Because then I finally border this, so then I can start getting these 2 from the Lugii and getting all of this shit from what the hell is it called? From Athens. And then I can go get Thrace, and then I can get Macedonia, and then finally I have everything that I need. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do a few more turns off camera. Don't worry, I won't start the war with Carthage without you guys. Don't worry. I know you all want to see the Carthaginians die. I know you're all Romans true at heart, that you love to see the destruction of Carthage, even though I'm not playing as Rome. But I can... Rome on the Carthage. I know you all want to see Carthage destroyed just as much as I do. Don't worry. I know you do. So don't worry. I won't start the war with Carthage without you. But yeah, I'll do a few turns off camera because that's just going to be very boring. I'm just going to send diplomatic mission to Comedia, save the game, end the turn. And if I don't get a critical success, load the save and then keep repeating that until I get a critical success, and then just keep advancing turn after turn with critical success every single turn. So, and that's not very interesting to watch for you guys, so that's what I'll be doing off camera. So, yeah, there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Click the like button beneath if you did. Subscribe to join the Roman army, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.